Sisters and brothers, welcome back to this session 6 of our 8-part series on forming consciences for faithful citizenship, preparing for the upcoming elections, both the elections of 2024 and for the years in the future. We're using the bishop's document, Forming Consciences for Faithful Citizenship, to consider how the bishops are guiding us, helping us to understand how we are called as disciples of Christ, as baptized Christians, to express God's love and mercy, truth and goodness when we come to political participation. One of the places that we come to is the challenge when we're confronted with two candidates who hold evil positions. We could pick a number of issues, both candidates supporting abortion or to supporting euthanasia. Anytime there's an intrinsic evil, how does a Catholic vote? In this particular episode, we'll be quoting heavily from the document because it's so important for us to be clear. In paragraph 34, the bishops say to us, a Catholic cannot vote for a candidate who favors a policy promoting an intrinsically evil act if the voter's intent is to support that position. Sisters and brothers, you hear that? It means if we're voting for candidate A because they are pro-abortion and I want to support that, as a Catholic, we cannot vote that. That's called formal cooperation in evil. It means our intention is aligned with the evil intention of the candidate around this particular intrinsic evil of abortion. The bishops go on. At the same time, just because a candidate is opposed to a grave evil, one cannot ignore that candidate's support for other moral issues that are contrary to human life and dignity. So in number 35, the bishops go on. There may be times when a Catholic who rejects a candidate's unacceptable position regarding an intrinsic evil may vote for that candidate for morally grave reasons. Truly grave moral reasons, not narrow or partisan interest. So it couldn't be just party ideology that we use as the reason why I must vote for this candidate. I've always voted in this party or that party. It can't be simply something for abortion, for example. Let's use abortion because it is difficult, and in this election we have candidates on both sides who are affirming abortion as an option. At play here is then we couldn't say simply because the best policy on economics is enough to overcome the evil that's presented by abortion. So it has to be something equally grave. Quite frankly, sisters and brothers, it would have to be something on the magnitude of widespread assisted suicide or even nuclear war, because we're talking about the innocents who are at stake. When all candidates hold that position of an intrinsically evil act, conscientious voters face a dilemma. What do we do? The bishops tell us the voter may choose to not vote. That may be one option, or may choose to vote. And in doing so, we're encouraged to vote for the candidate who is least likely to advance that intrinsic evil and most likely to advance an alternative, significantly important good. So again, sisters and brothers, that's hair-splitting discernment that we're called to. It's a matter of our faith. How do we discern the true and the good in this complex, very flawed place? After the careful deliberation, the voter may vote for the candidate least likely to advance a morally flawed position and more likely to pursue other authentic human goods. The bishops call us, sisters and brothers, to use Catholic social teaching to explore a candidate's position. Additionally, they suggest that we should look at a candidate's integrity, their personal philosophy and performance. And finally, the bishops tell us we shouldn't be single-issue voters. A single issue, they tell us in paragraph 42, is not enough to guarantee support. Pope Benedict perhaps had one of the ways to think about this most completely. He said we should all be called to Eucharistic consistency. If you think about what that means, having received the Eucharist, having the grace of Christ's life within us, that if we were to live in alignment with the grace of Christ present in us, raising us to new levels of life, then what would that look like when confronting issues of evil? Obviously, we would follow what Christ did. which is to challenge evil, to bring healing, to vote our consciences in order to achieve the best good that's available to us. Sisters and brothers, we'll return to talk more about forming consciences for faithful citizenship, this hard work that prepares us to be renewed.
Please like, subscribe, and comment below. God bless you.